Hope everyone had a nice weekend, because it's Monday again, and you know what that means, so just roll the intro. So Sony had a pretty big weekend. They had their PlayStation experience, and they showed off a lot of games that are going to be coming to the PlayStation 4, as well as some indie titles as well getting moved over, and some PC stuff that I was a little surprised about. So let's just kind of roll right into that. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to tell you about some of the smaller stuff first, then work up to the bigger stuff, because some of that stuff may shock a couple people. Of course, they came out strong with Uncharted 4, and they showed off about 15 minutes of gameplay. I watched it, and personally, I kind of wish I had a PS4 to play that game. Yeah, Drake is looking a little bit older and a little bit tired, but still climbing on ledges, shooting people, which is pretty normal for him. And at the very end of the trailer, or the, not really trailer, but actual gameplay segment, runs into his brother, actually, who happens to be voiced by Troy Baker. So they have two of the biggest voice actors in the video game realm right now as brothers. That's pretty cool. They had a couple other random indie titles, so I might as well just list them off in fast kind of fashion. Anyway, What Remains of Edith Finch? It's by the guys that made Unfinished Swan, so that one should be interesting. Super Time Force Ultra. They had the Super Time Force on the Xbox One and PC before, and it was a very interesting game. All the rewinding and dying and stuff like that kind of remind me of Dark Souls, not the rewinding part, the dying part, of course, because you die a lot. The Forest is actually getting moved from PC over to PS4. That is also extremely surprising, because I didn't think that would happen, but hey, Sony's been snatching up indie games left and right, so you knew that one was probably going to happen sooner or later. Killing Floor 2. Now, we knew this was coming out for the PC as well, but PS4 managed to snatch the rights for that one. I could see maybe Xbox One picking that one up as well, but maybe they have a couple month deal with Sony. David Jaffe actually came back as well, and he debuted a game called Drawn to Death. Now, I haven't actually watched any gameplay for it yet, so I'm not exactly sure what the game's about, but it's an indie game by David Jaffe, so it's gotta be pretty good. Yeah. There's Gang Beasts. I don't know what the hell that game's about. Fat Princess Adventures. Now, a lot of my friends have told me about Fat Princess, saying the game is extremely fun and random. So I'm definitely gonna try that one. Bastion. Of course, we all know what Bastion is. It's the same guys that made Transistor. Skytorn? I have no idea what that is. One of the biggest indie games that I almost actually forgot was No Man's Sky. They showed a little bit more gameplay for that. It's looking extraordinarily fun. Just the fact that you can go from any planet anytime you want. Random stuff will happen every time you go to a different planet. It's always randomly generated. That's really cool. And even during the Game Awards, the first official Game Awards after the disaster, which was VGX last year, or the year before, I can't remember, they actually had a band come out and perform one of the songs from the game. And it was a pretty interesting song. Very, very well done. Some of the bigger games they had, of course, were The Order 1886. They showed off a little bit more gameplay, some cinematics, and more shooting, obviously. And the game is starting to look better and better and better and better. They didn't really show a lot of monster stuff, which is okay, because it's probably not going to be shooting monsters the entire game, which I would want, but it's okay. Do whatever you want. They show gameplay for MLB 15. Of course, that looks outstanding on the PlayStation 4, because they always know the best way to make those baseball games. Batman Arkham Knight, that's on every system, even though, yeah. One of the first adventure games that was made back a while ago is actually getting a remaster, not really remaster, a reboot of the entire series, reimagining. It's called King's Quest. It was one of those point-and-click adventures back in the old day on the old computers, and I know the team is picking it up, and they're going to start making a huge reboot of the actual game. And some of the gameplay that they showed, not just at the PlayStation experience, they showed it at the Game Awards, but it's also going to be on PlayStation 4 as well, and that's a very cool thing that they're doing that. But one of the biggest shockers from the PlayStation experience overall was about Street Fighter V. Street Fighter V is only on PlayStation 4 and PC. No Xbox this time. Had a lot of people pissed off, angry about that. Personally, I don't care, because I'm not a big Street Fighter guy, but most of my friends are huge Street Fighter people, and if they didn't get a PS4, they're probably going to be getting a PlayStation 4 now. I believe someone over at Microsoft actually stated one of the reasons why that happened is because they have Killer Instinct over on the Xbox One, which is, personally, that's fine. That is a great fighter. I still can't learn it because I get my ass kicked every time I try playing it, but it's a overall great 2D fighter. So for PlayStation, you guys had a great PlayStation experience. Looking forward to see more of the games, especially at E3, and maybe if Microsoft will do the kind of experience thing that PlayStation did, but not show too much off, because I definitely know at E3 this year they're probably going to show more for Scalebound, maybe a little bit more Division, if that comes out this 2015, excuse me. I want to see a little bit more Rainbow Six. That's one of my big things. But yeah, so PlayStation had a great weekend, a lot of debuts, a lot of shocking announcements that took a lot of people by surprise. And my honest opinion, awesome. If I had a PlayStation 4, I'd be very, very happy, but I'm actually building a PC, so some of the stuff that's coming to PS4, I can just get right on PC. So I'll be happy. I got my Xbox One, 360, PC, and yeah. And I'm not saying PC Master Race. I just said it. That's going to do it for today. I am off to edit this and make sure it gets out before the end of Monday, because then it would be Tuesday. And we're not doing that, so I will see you guys on Friday. Have a nice week. We're going to have a lot more videos out. As you can see this weekend, Adam, or Ranger, he actually put out a Game of Thrones video of him playing the new Telltale Game of Thrones game. He did episode 1. I think it was about 40 minutes long, the episode. So definitely go check it out, and we'll see you guys on Friday. Bye!